All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're continuing with Formula Front. Is the thumbnail not updated? Did it not update? Hold on. I just went to open my backup chat like as I was talking. Okay, on my phone, it didn't. But in YouTube Studio, it did. So I'm gonna assume we have the right thumbnail. Hopefully. Anyway, hello, welcome. If you have not noticed the poll that is up in the top of chat right now, then I do recommend voting. Yesterday, during an Ace Combat stream, I just kind of was randomly gonna poll like, oh, this game, that game. Which one do people like more? And that turned into an idea of doing like a whole bracket tournament of the Ace Combat games. So I figured it might be fun to do it for Armored Core as well. Popeyes or Taco Bell? Ooh. Ooh. What's the... I'm assuming both are in the budget, right? But like, what are we leaning cheaper? Are we... What are we thinking? Because like, I like Popeyes more, but Taco Bell, you know, that value proposition at Taco Bell, it's hard to beat. I'll say Popeyes, because we have Popeyes up here, but it's awful. Like, when it's not in the South. At least, I don't know. Maybe it's just a Minnesota thing. That, like, Popeyes here sucks. But compared to when I lived in the South, like, I can't even go to Popeyes here. It's not the same. Thought today was Kakarot. Tomorrow is Kakarot. Did schedule that, though. That's the surprise I've had up my sleeve. And I may or may not, I'll talk about it tomorrow, and obviously you'll get to hear it tomorrow. But I may or may not, like, I've always known that Kakarot supposedly has an issue with, like, barely ever having any music playing. So I may have gone ahead and found a mod that works for the current, like, updated version of the game that replaces the game's soundtrack with the Bruce Faulkner track from the old English dub, like the 2000s English dub, which most Dragon Ball fans consider to be the best Dragon Ball music, like that rendition of it. So the music should be good. I'm not South enough for good Popeyes. You need to be in like Texas and Louisiana for that. Do you really? In Florida, it was really good. I still liked Zaxby's a little more, but Popeyes was awesome in Florida. I don't remember what I was cooking with the build exactly. TMC Iron Wall. Let me... I don't even remember what AC I was... Oh! Yeah, I tried to make like a sniper hover build, and it didn't work very well. I'll try running Appleman against him and just see what happens. I prefer KFC. Forget that KFC is like big outside of the US. Wish we had Taco Bell and Five Guys. Five Guys is good. Taco Bell is like, it's not bad. Like it's tasty, but no one is like, oh, my favorite fast food is Taco Bell. Taco Bell is nice because it's cheap. It's really nice. Like, just the value of Taco Bell. Yeah, this is like... It's close. I might just run it again. It kind of feels like that matchup could work if I just gave it enough tries. I'm not gonna sit here and try it like 5 times, but maybe give him like 2 or 3 runs. Overrated and too expensive. No. No. It is expensive. Like you do, it's barely even fast food at that price point, but like it's the best fast food burger you're gonna get. And that's coming from, especially, you make the Culver's comparison. We have Freddy's too. But I'm from like the origin point of Culver's, where we are known to have the best Culver's. I still think Five Guys beats a Butterburger, personally. That one didn't go as much in my favor. I've always wanted to try In-N-Out. I'm curious about In-N-Out, for sure. Hold on, while this runs. Hold on. I am totally not setting up the actual like bracket for the Armored Core bracket run, bracket tournament, that is. That's what I meant. Bro, what is happening? He keeps having great starts. This time he burned out. This time he burned out. What is going on? Evo started? I might watch some of the Street Fighter and Tekken stuff from Evo. Yeah, I probably won't until like near the end, but definitely like the last day or so. Maybe the last like 2 days of both of them. How many days is Evo running for this year? We're gonna see if this goes any better. I don't think it will. It feels like this build is one that's just, yeah, it's made to just like destroy you really quickly. So my like all around consistency build might not be the one. Man, those linear gun weapon arms are really what's doing both of my builds in here. Those hurt. Like a lot. How would I counter this? Oh, we could make a tank, actually. We could make a tank. That could work. Beetlehead is very likely gonna be a move here. I think so. Give me a big bulky core, preferably. Let's go with Exceed Orbit. Overboost was tempting. Baboon arms, maybe. Drill. I mean, oh, the shell defense though. All right, screw it. I can run the drill arms. Shell defense would be a big plus right now. So I think I could live with it. Okay. And then by default, this guy's rocking Fudo, Ananda, cultured setup, just the classic, right? If we're doing tank, let's do it right with those little shields on the shoulders. What's a good... Oh yeah, there are the improved attack power chain guns. I might try one of those out, honestly. Rockets, I don't know. Actually, hold on. We're going like all out on tank stuff, right? So at that point, why not go for this guy? This guy. It's just that thing destroys enemies. I'm trying to think. Oops. For if I'm just trying to have, like, you know, the full heavy boy setup, ooh, if I'm not mistaken, the formula front Karasawa is supposed to actually be good. I did not mean to do that. I think we at least try it. It's too tempting to pass up. I could just throw an arm shield on him. We could tune for arm weight. Shell defense is what I need right now. And then we could hanger a finger. Oh, I'm stupid. We don't. If it shows me hanger, my brain is just like, oh yeah, let's throw on hanger parts. Of course. All the energy weapon stuff, right? So attack power, reload time, firing consumption. That's what I've got to work with here. You're doing auto? The AI mode, you mean? Because yes. At least until, like, I finish the main campaign, the main, like, arena run. In the post-game stuff, I think I'll play around with... Uh-oh. In the post-game stuff, I think I'll play around with, what's it called? Why can my brain not handle it right now? Manual control, just to see. I'm curious. Classic defensive tuning on everything. We don't even need the leg weight. Normally I would go leg weight. It normally comes in very clutch to have it. More energy output would be good since we're running energy weapons. More cooling would be great. That's it. Yeah, until we beat the top ranked team. And then when we're just doing like all the extra like end game stuff, then I'm gonna mess around with whatever else. I probably want him to stay relatively close because Karasawa projectiles aren't the fastest. He can switch between them fairly frequently. I don't think I want him to jump very much. And I want him to be all in on attack, probably. We're relying on like the tankiness of the build for all the sustain. We don't need him to be like, oh, self-preserving. You know what I mean? We just don't need it. Definitely, we need that and that. 100%. Ability to move. Oh, you're right. Tanks can't dash. You're right. That should be... Oh, wait. I'm over. I'm dumb. I don't need the... That should be a good spread, I think. I don't know if I did much with tanks when I first played Formula Front, to be honest. I don't think any of these are going to be necessary either. Okay, hold on. You're right about the dashing thing. I guess we can leave that neutral then. Because that's just kind of gonna help him get around a little bit. I hope he doesn't go, we might have to tune it back down. But assuming he doesn't go like too overboard with it or anything, that should be fine. All right, what is this paint job that I've been sent to apply? This is a nice and easy one. It's just all general colors. Red 10. What button was it? Square. There we go. Green 50. Blue 100. I can't even see the blue number. There. He's blue. Red 140. Green 125. Blue 100 again. Optional is all 40s. What are we cooking? Oh my god. That's 40. Oops. That was definitely not the button on the controller that's bound to like fast forwarding the emulation. Totally not. You didn't hear anything. 20. Okay, okay. Red 105. I was trying to find how to turn him, but I don't think he turns at all. Blue 50? I think that's 50. Oh, there. Okay. It was 50. I can dig it. Weapon colors. Back unit red. Wait, which one was this? This one, yellow. This one, black. Actually, I was supposed to take the arm shield off. I forgot that he's overweight. I totally spaced that until I was doing that. Oh man, if I can't even hold something that weighs 300, we could throw like a pistol in there. I mean, yeah, a pulse rifle. No, I might want just a basic pistol. Just having something to fall back on in the event of an overheat. I'm really weighing my options here. Yeah, there. Plus, he'll just fire it the whole time. It's not even like it's only when he overheats. Oh, I didn't name him. What do I name him? What is your name? That's kind of tricky, actually. Any name suggestions for this blue? I did not mean to open Steam. No, I was not playing Tekken. Of course not. I would never. Totally did not hit Mighty Ruler Jin last night. Nope. No. Blue thick boy. I got it. I got it. This is AC. Blueberry. I said blue thick boy out loud. Prince Sawa. I do kind of like Prince Sawa. I'll think about it because I do kind of like that. I said blue thick boy and just spontaneously my brain. You guys see the old Willy Wonka movie? Which one of the characters is it that turns into a giant blueberry? I can't remember her name. Someone help. I haven't seen it in a long time. The original Willy Wonka where she turns into a giant blueberry. This is, oh. The girl? Yeah. What's her name? Like, I feel like Willy Wonka has so many, like, quotable scenes. Oh, he burned his generator. Are you shitting me? I gave him, like, the full... what's it called? Whoa, okay. Adjustments need to be made. Okay. Veruca Salt. I would never have gotten there. But yeah, that's the one. I never would have thought of that on my own. So it's good that I just asked. Wow. So I gave him like max points in energy management, which is concerning. Oh shit, dude. Wasn't that the actress name? That's a good question. It's apparently a rock band. No, that's the character's name. It is the character's name. There's just also a rock band called Veruca Salt, apparently. Anyway. Shit. Like, okay, the orchid obviously would be the best here. Yeah. I think it's worth throwing it on this guy instead. We don't even have to tune it for weight on this guy. Let's tune it for output. And then what happened with the radiator, man? Do we... That would make us overweight, but that would be so much better. Actually, could I tune us back underweight? Like, I don't have the full details open. No, I don't. I can't, rather. How overweight are we? 500. Okay, wait a second. That's something that requires a little more fine tuning. 500 is a lot. If I were to totally tune the legs for leg weight, how much would that add? Not a lot. These are the ones that can carry the most, I believe. Unless I am mistaken. Yeah, they are. Jesus. The Sawa was working great, man. The Sawa was working really well, so that's definitely not like something that needs to be changed. Hold on, I think I can like min-max it here. Give me a moment. I think we can make it happen. Just a little creativity. Oh, that's damn close. I think we might just have to lose the pistol. Unfortunately. That one's still too heavy. Oh. Hold on. We're under, or we're within the weight limit again, boys. Worth it. Worth it. Okay. Do you have an... It's Egon. I always want to say Igon. Egon redeem. I do not. I do not. We would already have an AC, an Ace Combat game, or already would have had AC and Ace Combat games on PC. Yeah. I mean, even over here, PC ports being good didn't really start happening until like around 2015. So to be fair, they weren't that far behind. Like, at least when they showed up, like, they were making good PC ports. Because, man, there was a good lot of time in there where a lot of Western games were getting PC ports, but dude, they barely worked. Like, they were so bad. Like, you play any like AAA game port from 2005 to like 2015 nowadays, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, this is awful. Look at it go. Look at it go. This one, I think his AI could be a little more aggressive. Like, he has the the armor to just get in there. The original DMC3 PC port. Yeah, that's an early Japanese port. That one was bad. That one was really bad. Oh my god, the old RE4 port. Yeah, those old Capcom ports in general were awful. Thank God they finally got around to not that. But hello, DS. Yeah, I picked up Kakarot with the DLC on sale. And a buddy of mine who owns the game, he was telling me, when I asked him, I'm like, okay, so if I wanted to start Kakarot with the Piccolo Jr. arc, the World Tournament arc that precedes the Raditz arrival, I'm like, could I start with that DLC? And he said, like, yeah, so when you open the game, there's a tutorial, and then immediately after the tutorial, Goku like tells Gohan about how there was this really strong warrior named Piccolo that he fought back in the day. And immediately after he tells Gohan that, you can load into whatever DLC you want. So it's gonna be like perfect. Like, it's gonna open at the very start of Z, but within like 5 minutes, Goku's gonna be like, yeah, I fought this really strong guy named Piccolo when I was younger. And then I'll just be able to load straight into the World Tournament DLC and do that. So that we can actually do things like in order with the DLC included and everything. The original port of Final Fantasy VII. Dude, what's crazy about that port is that they still sell it on Steam to this day. Like, you can still go on Steam and buy the original Final Fantasy VII port, and it is still awful. That it is still just the worst. Anyway, Mirage and Goliath FT at odds. Negotiations between Mirage and Team Goliath FT have come to a standstill. Goliath FT is supported by Mirage and was promised control over the day-to-day operations of the team. But lately, more often than not, this isn't the case. During the latest round of talks, Goliath FT asked Mirage to be allowed to operate the team independently. Mirage denied the request because it wants Goliath FT to be the company's second string team. Talks are continuing to see if a compromise can be reached. Goliath FT's future hangs in the balance because without Mirage's backing, the team will most likely be unable to continue. Neither side wants this though, so talks should continue until some sort of decision is reached. Also with Kakarot, I mentioned it right off the bat. I already went ahead and downloaded a mod for it because I always heard that the big complaint is that the game has like almost no music. And I've seen clips of it, like you'll be fighting in like the climactic Frieza battle, and there's just not even any music playing. It's not even like, oh, the music sucks. Like, there's legitimately no music. It's like a silent fight outside of the fighting. So I went ahead and I already have installed a mod and tested to make sure that it works. That adds all of the Bruce Faulkner dub music into the game at the appropriate moments. Thank you, modding communities, because holy, what a mod. What a mod. Ridge Racer is Ace Combat because they're both Bamco. Architect Board vents frustrations During another round of R-League battles, Team Arty once again secured an easy win and successfully defended its first place ranking. The team's main architect, Bren, stated that watching my team's battles is very boring, as I already know what the outcome will be. Fans agree that Team Arty's battles are getting stale, but blame that in part on the lack of any serious competition. Bren hasn't kept quiet about his level of dissatisfaction with finding worthy opponents, but one really has to wonder if there is anyone who can stand up to him. Imagine the ego to say that in an interview. That's like Tom Brady, like doing an interview when he was still playing football and just being like, yeah, every game I play is boring because just no one can do it like I do it. It's really sad, really unfortunate. The Ace Combat 2 universe? Ace Combat is all, well, mostly all one. Who is voting for Verdict Day? I don't even believe any of you have played it. If I was voting, I would have voted Verdict Day, personally. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. I think that is the right call. It is close, though. A lot of Another Age fans in chat. What was I gonna do? Oh, the AI. I was gonna make the AI a little more aggressive. I already did that. Oh, no, I didn't. Range is what I wanted. That's what I was thinking about. I love this screen, man. Just so neat once you've got them all like kind of shuffled around and you get this. I like the visuals of this menu a lot. It was a hard choice. I think nostalgia won out. It was not a hard choice for me. Sweet music and AC designs. It's not, no. Verdict Day has the challenge. Verdict Day has the replayability. Verdict Day has the customization. It's got the UNAC stuff. It's Verdict Day for me. It has to be. Definitely better in Gen 2. I don't know. I think I think I do prefer the Gen 2 designs, like, overall. But I'm also not one of those people who just thinks that Gen 5 ACs look bad. I actually really like the look of Gen 5 ACs. But, like, they're kind of in their own category. They're similar to the Gen 4 designs, where I feel like it's kind of hard to even compare them to the rest. You know what I mean? They're just so different from every other gen that I can't comfortably directly compare them to each other. Right? I don't like the look of this guy, this Blitzkrieg fella. Privately operated, Team Blitzkrieg is composed of a small group of like-minded Formula F strategists. I see weapon arms, so I already don't like that. Who do I throw out there? I think Darth Vader is just a bad build, unfortunately. As much as it pains me, I think Darth Vader is just shit. I think Booblalls is a good all-around. I think Booblalls is probably like the first to fight most ACs in the game, because this is like a good all-around build. Oh man, I don't know. I think this guy's gonna run through him. Just a classic rifle, machine gun, quad legs, that shoulder chain gun. I mean, it's going well so far. Yeah, this is definitely like our build that if we don't need any specific like matchup dependent thing, this is the build to run, probably. I can't believe I've already made 4 of them. I didn't really expect myself to use more than like 2 slots. Just remembering how the game is. And yet here we are. Oh, it's gonna be tight. What a juke! You see that shit? An easy game since you don't directly control stuff. I wouldn't say so. I think because making the AI work and getting it's. I think that you can't really get a feel for it until you try it yourself, but trying to get the AI and like the build to work together properly is genuinely kind of hard. It's a lot of just like little tweaks and really trying to like nail what you're going for. It's harder than you'd expect, for sure. Gen 6 designs hit a nice spot between each corp has its style and you can mix and match. I don't know. I feel like mixing and matching in Gen 6 is actually kind of hard, but I feel that way about Gens 4, 5, and 6. More so Gens 4 and 6 than 5, but all 3 of them, I feel that way. Once they started doing like, what's it called? Like official sets where it's pretty much like, instead of designing the parts individually, they just like designed a bunch of ACs and then split that design into like 4 separate pieces for all the frame parts. Once they started doing that, it got a lot harder to actually mix and match parts from different sets and get them to look good, in my opinion. I think when they started doing that, they kind of lost something that the old gen games had. And it took me a while to even notice it, to be honest. Another Linus email. My team conducted a promotional event the other day and got to meet a lot of Formula F fans. Their knowledge about the team's stats was amazing. They're nerds. He's calling them nerds. They knew all our victories and defeats, as well as every single AC design I've ever fielded. It was a great time and really got me excited about continuing my work. I'm glad. I'm glad. Bren's wild comments loved by fans. Oh no, what did he say on Twitter? The fans have spoken and the results from the most recent architect popularity poll are in. Once again, Bren took the top spot. Coming in second place was Neonia's architect Raving. The top reasons offered by fans for why they voted as they did include Bren's off-the-wall comments, respect for his intelligence and his AI tuning skills. Bren's already inflated ego is sure to get another boost after he hears about the results. Bren might be a little problematic on Twitter. They had sets in 2, I'm pretty sure. Did they? I think they had a couple, but most of like the frame parts pre-Gen 4 were all just like made in a vacuum, right? Like it was just this one part is designed to just be this one part. Once they started like actively making full sets for like, oh yeah, you know, there's one of each, and when you put the whole set together, like boom, you get a perfect looking AC as we designed it. It got a little rough. The leg length, they're too small. I don't know, I kind of like the stubby legs in a weird way. There's something to it. It's almost like they're so top heavy and the legs are just like barely holding these behemoths up. I kind of like it in a weird way, in a different way, but I like it. Crest loses by decision to Mirage. What? Crest fought a long, hard battle against Mirage. Oh, is Decision a team? But ended up falling just short of claiming victory. What? What? No, what do you mean by decision? Match against Crest Industries result. My screen is tearing so bad I can't even read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The match was a lengthy one, the extent of which devolved into a game of cat and mouse with Mirage in the role of the mouse. Crest put forth a good effort, but their opponent proved too wily, frustrated by the tactics Mirage used. A Crest team representative had this to say: Mirage has displayed its cowardice yet again. Instead of deploying a real AC, they sent in one program to flee away under any and all circumstances. This is a loss we're very disappointed to have handed to us. Jesus, that was hard to read. I need to try. I must not have VSync on for this game config. It was like, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. I don't have it on. That should fix my problems. This game has been screen tearing for me a lot, but since I'm not manually controlling, it's not like the end of the world. That I could barely even read. My eyes were working overtime to pick out what all that said. I hope Bren won't engage in small talk. Hey. He's an architect, not a YouTuber, okay? Come on now. Although I guess professional athletes share a common practice with YouTubers. Anyway, operated by an AI research firm, Team ASG has been a point of confusion for fans since their AI seems spotty. Good build, bad AI? Is that what I'm hearing? Because they're ranked 22. So, like, it's not like they're a bad team, but they must just have a great build with a bad AI. Blue Blalls. I like the look of their build. There he is. Get his ass. Whip out the chain gun. Let's do it. I like this game. It's just so different from the rest of the series, but like it's kind of fun. I like, it's satisfying once you've got the AI working how you want it to, like this, to just watch it do its thing. Especially when it just wins like this, like when it just absolutely by a landslide defeats the other opponent. It's a good feeling. It's a real good feeling, to be honest. It has its appeal for sure. And I feel like manually controlling, while it's probably gonna be fun, you're gonna lose this little like, oh, my AI is working perfectly. Like I big brained the shit out of this to get here, and now we're here. Makes you feel smart, like really smart. Holy shit, there's more news. This game is a lot of reading. It said it's balls time and blue balled everyone. That's just his thing. That's why the fans love him. From Diablo. My name is Diablo. I'm the architect for Team Ogre. Rumor has it that the newcomers from the bottom league are doing well. We are. We're doing quite well, actually. I thought you'd be interested to know that I plan on personally teaching you the harsh realities of our league combat. You would do well to be prepared. Okay. FNF challenges rival for shot at the top. A Formula F R League match between teams FNF and Neonia is on the horizon. Both teams have fought each other many times previously, and their battles are always some of the most exciting. FNF's best ranking ever is 3rd place, but the team is hoping to change that with a victory against Neonia. Another factor driving the team to secure a win is the upcoming retirement of their chief architect, Van Egnim? Enim? Maybe silent G? Enim. I'm gonna go with that. They want a shot at the top before he leaves. However, FNF has a hard fight ahead of them. In all 15 of their battles with Neonia, they've only won 4. Can FNF defeat Neonia and thereby earn a shot at the top-ranked team? Where are all the rankings standing? We are 22nd currently. I gotta go all the way up. Where the hell is FNF right now? Wait, what? Oh, they're in 4th right now. Okay. Neonia's in 3rd. Interesting. Interesting. Verdict Day still winning by just a little bit. Just a little bit. If I wasn't so intent on like watching the matches play out, I would get the actual like bracket visuals thrown together. What's it? While the matches are running, because it's all automatic. Run by a mid-sized weapons development firm, Team Bottom Clusters preserves, or sorry, wow, I was so thrown off by the name. Let's just start over. Run by a mid-sized weapon development firm, Team Bottom Clusters perseveres through the hard work of its staff. What kind of name is Team Bottom Clusters? Legitimately. What is that name? Who named this team? Bottom Clusters? Bottom Clusters. And with those colors. Hey, I like the cotton candy colors, okay? Don't diss the cotton candy colors. Come on. Ooh, those are laser weapon arms? Uh-oh. Those could be a little dangerous. Especially when he's moving like that. We'll see. Okay, this is a good setup. I shouldn't have made fun of their name. You definitely shouldn't have made fun of their colors. I'm trying to think. Like, if this doesn't work, they're having an energy issue, it would seem. But if we don't win this, what would I need? Maybe Apple Boy? Or Apple Man, sorry. Apple Man. He could just shotgun rush. We won anyway. Teal pink combo. I like it too. Cotton candy colors is what I always call it. I think it's a good looking combo. It's a little bright. It's a little flashy. 5. 5. Okay. We're reading Linus. I wasn't able to secure a win. Team Ogre is indeed formidable, but I cannot forgive Diablo's actions. I mean, what kind of architect continues launching attacks on a defeated AC? I hope you crush him when you meet. He did that? He was BMing in the league? He was teabagging on live television? Diablo, it's really too bad that the next opponent you have to face is me. The last guy I squared off against learned his lesson the hard way. To say that he was frustrated would be an understatement. I hope you are ready for a good drubbing, because that's what you're going to get. This Diablo guy seems like a bit of a bitch. Call me crazy. A bunch of news. Goliath FT looking for a new sponsor. According to an anonymous source, Team Goliath FT is trying to close a sponsorship deal with an organization other than Mirage. The team's contract with Mirage expires after this season. It appears as though recent negotiations between Mirage and Goliath did not yield any mutually agreeable results. Given Goliath's close working relationship with Mirage, many other organizations are keen to snatch them up in order to get the inside scoop. Names being tossed around so far include DSBM, Crest, and Neonia. All of these groups would love to gain the upper hand on Mirage by bringing Goliath FT into their fold. I'll wait for TTS. Hold on. Reports are circulating that Mirage has not taken kindly to Goliath's actions and has warned the team to cease their search for another sponsor. I thought I would have time. Thank you for the 5, Matthew. Appreciate it. Well, I do international. No, we're doing, what's it called? What's this version? Extreme Battle. I couldn't think of it. I can never think of it. I'm like the Western PSP release. International, we never got over here, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, where the hell is text-to-speech? I didn't think it would take this long. I know that there's some more stuff in international. Like, team fights are in there, right? Maybe someday. Maybe like way at the end, I'll come back just for the hell of it. Yeah, it seems like it's Japan only, which sucks. Wait for it.
Hi Chole.
Hi.
How's FF? Rank 10 Big Bone is a massive topic for new people. Also, will you do international? You would be missing a 9-ball fight.
Rank 10 Big Bone. Also, hello, Jess. Thank you for the 23 months. Rank 10 Big... Oh, they're 8th currently, but surely the way that things like shift around as we go. I'll keep an eye out for Big Bone. I remember there being a couple in like my first run through that I was really like kind of upset. I was a little frustrated by some. And that might have been one of them. I don't remember specifically, but there were definitely some that were hard to figure out. Yeah, the team fights, like, actually, it's funny. In my review, back when we were still doing the series, not knowing how the various ports were different, I said something in the review about, like, when I was making 5 different ACs, I thought I would actually have to use all of them. And it would have been nice to have a mode where you have to, like, actually cycle through and use all of them. And then, yeah, I got a bunch of comments that were like, actually, there is a version that has a mode like that. I don't know why that wasn't just what they went with. I feel like, because, you know, having it limit your part selection to only like 1 AC out of your whole lineup is a great idea, but it doesn't really mean much when you could just only have 1 AC and just kind of tweak it as you go. Obviously, that's not convenient because of the AI tuning and stuff, but you could. Anyway, Ogre loses cool during match. The R-League battle between opponents Ogre and BT Wyvern concluded with the expected results. Ogre dominated the match and even went so far as to continue launching attacks on an already defeated foe. The actions taken by Team Ogre are part of their welcome newcomer strategy, for which they have been warned in the past. This is the team's first outburst in a while, but I can't read today. But in the end, there is no excuse. What happened to BT Wyvern is regrettable and hopefully will not occur again. That's the only one I can run. Not sure if the Japanese PSP version is the same. No, international is the only one with team battles, I'm pretty sure. Because the original Japan PSP release was... Or I guess it is like the super bare bones version of the game. Like this version that we got in the West, this is the only version we ever got in the West, Extreme Battle. This at least has like the ability for manual control and stuff like that, which the original just never had. And I think it has more post-game opponents than the original in Japan as well, though I'm not 100% on that. Neonia requests immediate rematch. The Steel Valley match between teams FNF and Neonia proved to be another epic encounter. Only this time, it was FNF that walked away the victor. Unfortunately, FNF didn't get much time to celebrate, as Neonia issued an immediate rematch request, which was subsequently approved by the FFA. FNF's architect, Van Egnim, took the news in stride, saying only, "We won once. I see no reason why we can't do it again." That's a good attitude to have. I thought he was going to say, "We won, leave us alone." That's what I thought he was going to be going for. Jess, did you by chance see what is scheduled for tomorrow's stream? Perchance? Since I happen to know that you might be someone who would catch it particularly. The manual control makes the AI harder, apparently. Does it? I'm gonna try it once we actually like clear the main game. I tried Godot again. You still can't view the game through the editor as it plays. Back to Unity. You still can't? I remember. We're gonna need all of the Dragon Ball fans in chat that we can get. Well, the ones who have watched, because you know the meme. Well, maybe not. A lot of people know the meme. But nowadays, a lot of people who are like, "Oh yeah, I love Dragon Ball," have not watched Dragon Ball, so they just say a bunch of like random shit about the series that makes no sense if you've actually watched it, and it's painful. And I'm fully braced for it. Notorious for doing almost anything to win, Team Ogre's battles are the subject of much scrutiny. I need the Faulkner mod, the nostalgia. Yeah, I don't think we'll see a whole lot of it tomorrow because I'm gonna start by doing the Piccolo Jr. DLC, like right off the bat, before we do the main like Z run. And obviously Faulkner didn't come on to do any music until Z, so I don't think there's many tracks modded in for that DLC in particular, but they have done the mod for the DLC stuff, at least where it applies. Like the Bardock DLC, it specifically mentioned that they had put in a bunch of music. The Trunks DLC, like the future Trunks DLC. I don't remember a lot of it. Kakarot is pretty much just Z. I need Hell's Bells. Hell's Bells is in there. I checked it. Start at the Goku versus Piccolo. Yeah, Piccolo Jr. arc is... It wasn't in the original game, but I got the version that came with all 6 story DLCs, and one of them is the Piccolo Jr. arc. So I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it like in order, right? We're gonna do it in order. Before they found out it was plagiarized. Bro, I don't know what the deal with Dragon Ball OSTs being plagiarized is. Because the Faulkner OST is largely plagiarized. The Dragon Ball Z Kai original OST is largely plagiarized. I don't know how it happened multiple times. No one calls him Piccolo Jr. You do when you're talking about that arc. Because there are 2 Piccolo arcs in the original Dragon Ball. So if you say Piccolo arc, or even like Goku versus Piccolo tournament, that also happened twice. So when you're talking about the arcs in the original Dragon Ball, you do say Piccolo Jr. Even though no one calls him that past like the start of Z, because they just dropped the Junior naming. Like from that point on, he was just Piccolo. But even in like OG Dragon Ball, they call him Junior like all the time. That's just how they refer to him. I think Appleman could have this. If not, we'll just bring out our own tank build. Fuck it. Oh yeah, the Budokai games. I forgot about that. A lot of like the classic Budokai tracks are also largely plagiarized. What the fuck was the deal with Dragon Ball music and plagiarism? What happened? And you know what sucks is that a lot of the plagiarized stuff in Dragon Ball is like a lot of the best stuff in Dragon Ball music. Like you hear a lot of it and it's like, oh yeah, the Faulkner Perfect Cell theme was plagiarized, and it's like, that sucks, but that theme goes hard. That's a great theme. But yeah, I'm fully braced for all of the classic like Dragon Ball fan, but not really stuff. I'm fully braced for like Goku being a terrible dad to pop up in chat, and I'm gonna lose it. There will be rants. There will be rants. Totally naked Kid Goku in Dragon Ball at one point, at multiple points. At multiple points. I will protect Goku with my life. That shit drives me nuts. That one in particular will launch me into a full rant. Or Goku had no character growth. That one also, I'm like, what the fuck? Did we watch the same show? Did you miss the Frieza arc? What happened? Yeah, Blueberry, I think, is honestly the most powerful AC of our roster. I reserve him for when the others don't work, because otherwise I think he would just clear the entire lineup. I was right about the Karasawa. I was like, if I recall, I think they actually like made it really strong in this game. Just randomly. Even though the Gen 3.5 Sawa is bad, it's good here. And yeah, it is. I have not run it and lost a match yet. It's all the best stuff. It really is. The Formula Front, no right-hand weapon strat? No. Explain. I'm very curious all of a sudden. Diablo. Your victory against me was a complete fluke. Had it been any other venue, the outcome would have been much different. Unfortunately for you, we have another battle coming up. And even worse, my AC excels in the arena where it is to take place. I'll have you pleading for mercy in no time. They rematch requested us. Oh my god. What a salty bitch. He lost and immediately requested a rematch. FNF loses, team devastated. The rematch battle between teams FNF and Neonia ended in disappointment for FNF. Neonia scored an easy win by making good use of the battle area's terrain. Until FNF gets a much-deserved break, it seems that they are destined to sit in third place. Members of the team were so devastated by the loss that they left the arena without making any comments. If your AC has no right-hand weapon, you force your AC to use back weapons. Oh. I'll keep that in mind if I ever need to just, you know, blow an opponent to smithereens immediately as the match starts. Cause yeah, that'll do it. The LX cannon will definitely do that. And then you could throw on a stronger left-hand weapon than the one I have right now too. Cause we were just really tight on weight. All right, I'm just gonna throw Blueberry at them again. We're doing it. Toss him in there. First to 2 unless he wins the first one. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but I did make like the actual bracket for the Ace Combat thing. And I made it double elimination so that no one can claim unfair losses. Like yesterday, everyone was really salty about Ace Combat 6 winning. So Ace Combat 6 has now just been dropped down to the loser, or sorry, Ace Combat 2 rather, has just dropped down to the losers bracket. And it'll have a chance to come back. It'll face off against other losers later and potentially work its way back into the main bracket. So no one can call unfair losses. AC6 won by a single vote, yes. It was very tight the entire way. But it did end up winning by a single vote. Oh boy. Oh, good night. Yep, the back cannon came out. That'll do it. Look at the drop at the end when the back cannon got equipped. Oh my god. This is disgusting and vile by a single vote. At first, it looked like they were tied, but then I remembered that we had one confirmed alt account vote from Lego. And I was like, oh, if we just take out the one confirmed alt vote, which of course, you know, is only fair, especially in the event of a tie. Like if 6 just won anyway, I wouldn't even factor it in. But since they tied exactly, I was like, well, we have one confirmed alt vote. So we just drop that one. And yeah, 6 won by a single vote. Sleep with the angels. Is it fair to put Gen 2 to 3.5 against Gen 4 to 6? I think so. Like, they're totally different styles, but you can still, like, kind of sit there and be like, okay, which game do I like more, you know? Because that's really all the bracket stuff is. It's just like, okay, which game is, like, everyone's favorite? determining that one by one in a big tournament style approach, instead of just being like, all 16, which one is your favorite? This way is way more fun. Anyway, WWMG releasing new Formula F album. The World Wing Music Group announced today its plans to release a Formula F Greatest Hits album. WWMG has been supplying theme music for Formula Front since before they became active in the organization. The songs contained on the new album encompass the entire history of Formula Front. Sales are expected to be brisk. Caged Roar, head architect of the WWMG sponsor team Juvenile, expressed his own interest in obtaining a copy when it releases. Kota Hoshino in AC Universe. It is so funny that, like, Armored Core does have, like, a dedicated band, almost. Granted, the band also just does their own music outside of Armored Core. But, like, Hoshino's band, just whenever a new Armored Core game needs some music, hey, you guys, come over here. We need you to cook again. Come on. Come on. Sponsored by a corporate music giant, Team Juvenile has a fan base that few other teams can rival. He doesn't look very intimidating. I think Booblols can handle him. This one doesn't look all that bad. Man, I'm still screen tearing a bit, even with VSync on. At least with VSync, it's just a monitor dependent thing, so stream doesn't see it at all. Because it's nasty when it happens. It doesn't look good at all. It really doesn't. But at least you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing when it happens. It's pretty nasty screen tearing, even with the VSync. VSync has helped, but it's still a lot. Which is weird, because no other games do this for me on PPSSPP. Okay, the B-hopping with the minigun. There we go. I was like, I don't know what we're doing here. The AI just doesn't have the capacity to be like, oh, if I'm B-hopping, swap off to the right-hand weapon again. Crush 40 to Sonic. Does Sonic also have like a dedicated band? That would be news to me. They had some deeper business management mechanics, like locating a marketing budget, deciding ticket prices. That could have actually been really fun. I won't lie. Uh-oh. Linus, new AI model. An idea for a new AC design popped into my head shortly after one of our previous battles. Unfortunately, given my busy match schedule, I haven't been able to test it out much. It'll be a little while longer before I can show it to you. The napalm inside parts? No. Goliath FT persuaded by Mirage. In an announcement made from their Steel Valley HQ, Goliath FT confirmed that they would be extending their contract with Mirage. For a while there, it didn't look as though negotiations were going well. Goliath even went as far as looking for another sponsor. Mirage made it very clear to those looking to move in and scoop up the team that doing so would not be in their best interests. Goliath FT was left with no other choice but to continue. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Mirage wanted to keep this team to the point where other companies that were looking to like pick up the team, they went to them and were like, hey, this team is dog shit. You don't want them. It'll be a waste of money for you. We're just hemorrhaging funds sponsoring them, obviously. That's why we keep... That's crazy. That's crazy. Ironically, Goliath's attempt to gain some amount of independence backfired. Mirage now has an even firmer grip on the team. That's a little shady if you ask me. AR-TT assembly changes equal victory. AR Tour Team, with the help of a completely overhauled AC setup, completely dominated their opponent's CNC. I like these ones with the videos and stuff, like the news headlines. These are great. Oh, this is gonna be hard to read again. All right, hold on, let me focus. Using a completely renovated AC design, AR Tour Team managed to claim a decisive victory over CNC by employing overwhelming firepower. An AR Tour team representative had this to say about the recent AC renovations made by the team. Having always struggled to execute effective evasion tactics, it was felt that wide sweeping changes needed to be made. Experts who analyzed the battle agreed that the team's new focus is a definite improvement and should serve them well in future encounters. With this new notch in their belt, the AR Tour team moves up into 29th place. Man, they are just so far back there, though. They're not catching up. Because where are we? Are we 19 now? Yeah, 19th. And we aren't going to see them again anyway. Who's the real shady? Mirage. Clearly. I don't even think we need more AC builds, to be real. I feel like we've got like the 4 that we could ever need. One of them is terrible. We have 4 builds. We have 3 that are worth using. Goliath FT time. A lower ranked team that receives backing from Mirage. Goliath FT fielded many promising architects. Booblaws. Somehow a big part of the game and yet completely useless. It's not completely useless. This build I'm using some OS chips in, and they work real good. But it's so situational. It is really, really dependent on what exactly you're trying to do. Most of the time, I don't think they're worth using. But every once in a while, if you're really going for something specific, oof, that blade, ow. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna use that blade again. I can see why Mirage wanted to keep them. Oh my god, please stop hopping while you have the chain gun equipped. Oh my. Oh my. Oh. Please turn around. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, the projectile doesn't hurt that much. We got that going for us. Why are we hopping with the chain gun? Oh, that was a little sketchy. There was a lot of hopping with the chain gun equipped that match. Like a lot. I don't know. Like, should I turn down the hopping? Because when it's using the machine gun, the hopping is really good. I don't know. Wish there was a Zeo Matrix team complete with the overacted bad guy voice. Man, I love the Zeo Matrix guy. He's like the best part of Gen 2. Nothing else, just him. Team Inferno's ACs are identical to those fielded by top-ranked teams, except in the area of AI performance. Amazing build. Terrible AI is what I'm hearing. I think we'll be fine just with boob lols. Oh, and is it literally like copied from top rankers? Ooh. Pop those exceed orbits, man. Where are they? There they are. They're bullet orbits. They should just be out all the time. Okay, don't jump. Don't do it, boob walls. It's balls time. Stop jumping. Stop jumping. Oh my god, he's just, oh my god, he's all over the place. And now he's just not shooting. You know, it's really lucky. Oh my god, the AI is shooting vert missiles in the garage. God bless this build. No wonder they're stuck here. They had a great start, and then he started using the verts. Boob walls, close enough. The proverbial meat grinder, as some would say. Hold on. So top rankers. Let's just go like number 3. Looks similar. Not so much. It's that. They copied the RT build. But the AI is just shit. That's incredible. I was like, where's the one that it looks like? Oh, Formula F album out today. WWMG's newest album, Historic FF, is available in stores everywhere. The album is a compilation of Formula F theme songs dating all the way back to the league's inception. Fans have waited eagerly for the release of this album, and copies of it are already being snapped up in record numbers. Some lucky fans even got a chance to enjoy a special event held in the Zeal Area Grand Arena. Team Juvenile's architect, Caged Roar, was in attendance, along with one of his AIAC creations. My brain tried to merge them. When asked about the album, a WWMG spokesperson had the following to say. This album is more than just a collection of great music. It's a portal into Formula F history. That's how you sell an album right there. Market it as historic. Man, now I'm really wondering, like, this could have been really fun with some sort of like business management behind it. Like actually picking up sponsors for funding, doing advertising, like needing to manage your marketing budget and how much of your budget you can put into like parts for your ACs and stuff. Man, that could have worked so well. I feel like what we got ultimately, they were clearly going for just like, here's a big AI AC building sandbox. But imagine if it was like an AC tycoon, like a sports team management tycoon within the AC universe. Could have been really fun, actually, now that I'm thinking about it a lot. That could have been great. Someone make it happen. Let's get a fan-made game going. Who's down for it? Let's make this a reality. Best known for their willingness to market their services, Team D Matina still presents a challenge. Those are laser arms. There are orbits on the shoulders. I'm not terribly worried about this, but it could go poorly. Oh, it's the map. I recognize this map. A what? Like a sports management tycoon, but within AC. Like this. Like with the AI stuff and everything. Like, you know, still like the Formula Front theme, but where you actually have to like manage the whole team thing, bring in sponsors for funding, actually have to like purchase parts and stuff for your builds. Market your team to like get actual deals and stuff. A Merc tycoon, maybe. You could do it for Merc stuff, I suppose. I see. There's certainly an idea there. And that's primarily systems design stuff. If you could just replicate this and then just design all of the extra systems for the management, like boom, you're golden. Replicating this would be the hard part. Like the actual gameplay side of it would be the hard, and then the systems design would all just kind of come together easily. That's all just numbers. Formula Front plus Excel. Yes, I want numbers. Totally not my systems design brain. That's just like, ooh, give me more numbers. I like number stuff. Says the guy who failed almost every math class in high school. I seriously don't know how my brain changed to get here, but it did. Raven's Nest operator game. From Linus. I used my new AC design for a rematch against Team Ogre, and even though everything isn't implemented yet, things went quite well. I'm hoping we can fight once it's complete. While battling Ogre this last time, I noticed something odd. Their strategies seem to be lacking coordination. I wonder what's going on with them. Big number good is not math. I mean more just like all the systems design stuff. You know what I mean? All that little like micromanagement stuff appeals to me for some reason. Fast mover BT Wyvern defeats Ogre. BT Wyvern's superb maneuvering skills made it possible for this up-and-coming team to exact revenge on a hated foe. I've talked about my my Path of Exile addiction that I had in college, right? I loved making builds work in Path of Exile so much. Through the use of skillful maneuvering tactics, BT Wyvern soundly defeated Team Ogre during their most recent meeting. This victory moves BT Wyvern into 20th position. BT Wyvern's main architect expressed his pleasure with the outcome by stating, "This battle proved that our decision to enhance the unit's aerial and ground maneuvering capabilities was the right choice. A well-balanced AC makes for a formidable opponent. Team BT Wyvern has lost to Ogre before, so the outcome of this match goes a long way in making up for past disappointments." Linus and his builds, he's always building. He's always building. Drop another save, because I have that boomer gaming brain. Well, okay, it's not a full boomer habit. I don't save across multiple like files to make sure that I have points to go back to just in case. But I do save a lot in games, like compulsively. Cutting Edge is a well-financed team, brimming with confidence, but lacking in actual delivery. I think I tore something in my arm working out yesterday. It is like way more sore than usual, and also just the other arm isn't as sore as my right arm is way more sore in like one specific spot. Can't remember what the muscle is called. It's like the muscle that's connecting like my chest, like my upper chest to like the upper part of the arm. I can't remember what it's called, but that muscle really, really fucking hurts today. Oh my God. I remember this guy. I remember getting real pissed at this guy. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. I have an idea. What if we took Apple Man, you know, rushed down with the shotguns, and we went in and we used an operations chip. Bear with me. I know. Evasion of missile attacks is given top priority. That one. I don't know how long we'll need it for. Let's try that. Time to get the missile dodging chip. Yep. Okay, that went poorly. Get the most like agile build out there. I wonder how balanced AC fares against our boy Big Blue Balls. Boo, boo. Haha, ow, fuck. I got excited a little early. It's not working. It's not working. Oh no, okay. Blueberry, where's the blueberry? Because that was a disaster. Where is our boy Blueberry? He might be able to just tank it and win before the missiles kill him. I don't know. I don't have a ton of faith in that, but there's a chance. I'm taking that risk. Moment of truth. Yeesh. Ouch. The heat, yeah, the heat is a problem. Okay. I have a crazy idea. Dart Baiter. Oops. With the missile evasion chip. I'm not overly confident in this, but it might work. Hover on hover, just the sheer like zippiness of it might actually get us kind of far. This is more about surviving the missile barrage than anything else, seemingly. It's finding a way to not die to the crazy onslaught of missiles. Once he's out of missiles, like if we survive that, I think we're good. Ow, fuck. Holy shit, man. New plan. Again. Let me cook. Apple Man. Coming back to you, my friend. This time, what if we could get some missile intercepts going, huh? Improved intercept ability. That's just what we're going for. What quantifies the intercept ability? Is it the versus MG response? Must be. And the range? I'm gonna go with this one. Ooh, some decoys. You're not wrong. I was just like intercepts, but yeah, decoys would be good, wouldn't they? Decoy dispenser. There's a middle ground here somewhere. Yeah, that's probably, I don't know. I think this one. If we're doing both, we might not need like the greatest intercepts available, is my thought process. Because if we save on weight, then boost speed stays higher. Because this guy is so underweighted for speed. See how this goes. The intercepts and decoys ideally will help. You see what I see, chat? Hold on. Hold on. The cooking has happened. He should just rush in now. I don't know what this circling is that we're doing here. Like you can see the OS chip is set to be like the rush in, get right up to the guy. But he's kind of doing the circle maneuver. Oh, here we go. Come on, man. There's no way you lose this because you're just circling him. Like we survived the barrage. You can't do this. Oh, he's out of ammo. AC mating ritual. I don't know what all that circling was. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Although also the decoy shout out definitely helped a lot. it would have taken me another couple runs to get there. Blueberry with missiles. Ooh. That would have worked. Even like Blueberry with the intercepts and the decoys probably also would have worked. It likely doesn't matter who I threw all that gear on at that point. So it's him who's the AC7 ranter. No comment. No comment. Linus. I just lost my most recent rematch against Team Ogre and I'm still in shock. They were using an exact copy of the AC design that I've been working on. I'd like to think it's all just a coincidence, but I've got my staff looking to see if our data was somehow compromised. You mustn't lose to them, okay? Are they gonna rematch request me? Oh. Ogre's new AC setup draws first blood. Team Ogre deployed a new AC setup for their battle against BT Wyvern. Typically, Ogre goes for the brute strength method, but the AC they fielded this time was much more refined. Both spectators and FFA officials alike were shocked by the changes they saw. As one FFA commentator noted, it's very odd for a team to make such drastic changes to both their AC design and combat tactics. Perhaps because it was stolen. Bastards. They didn't rematch request me yet. Mirage Works. Operated by the weapon industry giant Mirage, Team Mirage Works possesses a stable of high-performance ACs. Hello, Jusuf. And Ruby, hello. Welcome. Linus is the protagonist of this game. He pretty much is, to be honest. You don't want to try the manual? We're going to try the manual mode after I clear like all of the main story stuff. I still want to at least do the story like true to the original. And then I'm going to start playing around with manual control a bit. And honestly, the AI stuff is just fun. Like, I just like having it because it kind of makes Formula Front, you know? Other than that, this would just be like any Gen 3.5 arena. Oh boy. Those missiles are kind of hefty. That might screw us. We'll see. As long as they don't spam them a whole lot, we should be fine. So far, so good. Mirage is Red Bull, and the other team is Alpha Tori. I don't know what you could be referencing. Tori Tari. Alpha Tari. Oof. Ow. Ooh. Don't get hit by that twice, please. Oh, they've got a lot of missiles. I'm stuck against the wall. As happens like once a match or so, just for a few seconds. Kisaragi is Nos. No idea what you're talking about. What's Red Bull? What's Nos? Never heard of these things. Two AC games fill the space. Well, to be fair, this one, they had a deal with Sony. They had a deal with Sony for this one. They were in on like making a PSP launch title. I'm pretty sure that Ninebreaker was just like the filler game to make money to support Last Raven's development. I stand by that. This one, they like actually had a deal. You Americans like F1? The car guys sometimes do. It depends. Depends on the car guy. Like, what kind of car guy are you? Are you so heartbroken by seeing me? I'm not. This is just how I talk. Bren. From Bren? The Bren? The R League is stagnating. There are too many inadequate architects. Let's see if your presence is enough to turn the situation around. I'll be keeping my eye on you. The Bren has his eye on me. Drastic changes typically avoided. During a recent interview with FBC News, noted Formula F commentator Ferno Lucacci pointed out that most teams are hesitant to make drastic changes to either their AC setups or tactics. The reason being is the risk involved. Mr. Lucacci, which is definitely how you pronounce it, expanded on this comment by explaining that it is usually more effective to analyze battle data and make changes based on that. If a team overhauls their ACs after each battle, they won't have the data needed to refine its performance. This hair just keeps, like, there's a tiny bit that keeps falling down right into my eyes. He concluded by stating, "It is for these reasons that most teams stick to building ACs based on the same assembly strategy." Lol catch chi. Yep. Definitely. You shiny boy. Are my camera settings? Oh my god. Why am I so shiny? Give me my camera settings. Turn the gain down. Jesus. I am shiny. Well, the sun is out, which helps. My gain was set for, like, the sun not being out. Had a feeling. I don't know what you're talking about. No idea who you could be referring to. Definitely not. Definitely not. Thought you all just wanted to see bug cars go around in circles. Yeah, a lot of us do. Even then, to be honest with you, at least, well, growing up in Minnesota, okay, because it's different in different parts of the US. In the north, almost no one watches NASCAR up here. In the south, it's a big thing. But up here, no one gives a shit about NASCAR. Not no one, but very few people. Prominent MG is an independently operated team headed up by a very promising architect. And it's mostly, it kind of is just like, oh yeah, if you're a car guy, you know, because the thing with NASCAR, a common joke up in the north parts of the US is like NASCAR isn't a sport, which is like a running bit because it really sets off the NASCAR fans, like full-blown triggered moment, right? And you'll get like the whole rant about like it's the endurance of the driver to do that for like 300 laps. It takes so much physical strength and endurance and perseverance and which is all probably true. But yeah, you meme on them and you're like, left turn, 600 left turns, and they really go. If you ever come across like a diehard NASCAR fan, just test it for yourself. You'll see. It's like going into, what's it called? It's like going into the Armored Core fandom and being like, I don't know, this 4 answer game isn't really that good. The movement makes it too easy. Just watch what happens if you say that. I'm not of the opinion, for the record, 4 answer fans. That is not an actual opinion of mine. I'm just saying, if you want to see a similar reaction, just go say that to a 4 answer fan. That like the movement being so fast kind of ruins the actual challenge and dynamism of the game, and just watch. Just sit back, get your popcorn. It's going down. Diablo, be gone. You humiliated me during our last encounter, but I've got plans for you. I'm working on a new, even more powerful AC design. Don't think that I won't exact my revenge. And they've requested a rematch. Okay. They got up to 14th? They've been flying. Hold on. Much anticipated battle. Can Chuligans stop Ogre? Chat, we're in the news. This is a moment, chat. Hold on. We are in the news. Team Ogre is on a roll in the R League using their new AC setup. Their next match is against another fast climbing team, Chuligans. The two teams have squared off against one another twice previously. In both cases, Team Chuligans prevailed. FFA commentator Ferno Lucaci noted that noted that Team Ogre has made such significant AI and assembly changes to its ACs that it is impossible to use previous data to guess the outcome. Mr. Lucaci added, both Chuligans and Ogre will have to go head to head. It should be a great match. I can read. It's gotta take concentration. It does, legitimately. It really is mostly just like to meme on people and like get a reaction, to just be like, oh yeah, left turn, not a sport. Yeah. Because you do get a strong reaction. It works. God damn it, Chole. Hey, chat actually choose the name, to be fair. Chat chose the name. Ignore me. Let's see Boob Lols. I don't think it's gonna win, but we'll see. I don't know if Boob Lols will stand a chance here, but it could. Ooh, they've got armor on. Not Deep Cholt. No, the Deep Cholt movement died long ago. Thankfully, long forgotten at this point. I mean, to be fair, it was a movement primarily spearheaded by one person who happened to get banned. So it kind of died with him, so to speak. They got laser and armor. Yeah, I always just start with Boob Lols against every opponent. You know, give them a chance. Has so much nuance that you don't see from the outside. Yeah, I missed that then. Yeah, it was primarily one guy who got banned for being strange. Someone got banned. This was a while ago. This wasn't recent. This was like a couple months ago, maybe more than that. My concept of time is all sorts of fucked. Same work schedule, 7 days a week will do that. It all kind of blends and you're like, that was maybe 2 months ago. Okay, what is happening here? Are they out of ammo or are they gearing up for like a big one? What's going on? They got missiles still. We might actually win. It's gonna be close, but we might. Oh, we're out of rifle ammo. Uh-oh. I think they are actually out of ammo. Yeah, this looks like a dub. This looks like a dub. To people of a certain group, perhaps. Perhaps. Considering how this channel rather watch weirdos act like some sort of entertainment zoo, I wonder what the person did to be ban worthy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Watching NASCAR... Well, to be fair, NASCAR is one of those sports that when people do watch it, you watch it like, you know, you throw a big party around it, you have a bunch of people over with a bunch of food, and you're not really like watching the entire time. You're kind of just hanging out with people and like the race is on, you know what I mean? You won? We did win. Made a fool of him with Boob Lols, our weak build of the big three. FFA has released the initial findings from their data theft investigation. At this time, it appears as though master data used in Formula F was in fact compromised. Master data is the nucleus of an AI AC and a team's most valuable asset. Given its importance, the theft of the data could have repercussions that will rock Formula F to its very core. The FFA is remaining tight-lipped about the incident and has only said that further announcements will become available as the investigation proceeds. It's getting a little spicy. The plot thickens. Literally everything else is better. Yeah, I don't know. Like in terms of motorsports, it's certainly not. To be fair, I don't really watch any. I'm not a car guy. I'm not interested in it. But yeah, that one's hard to like actually watch. You know what I mean? But to be fair, I have a hard time watching like any sports, even like esports. Unless it's fighting games that I understand. That's like the only thing I can actually watch for esports. Because then it's interesting. Dominion CM focuses its efforts on developing new talent for the purpose of making trades for profit. Interesting. Interesting strategy. But if people like it, they like it. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those that you mostly watch it like as a social thing. At least in my experience, people that I know that watch it. I'm sure there's gonna be some crazy shit at Evo this year for Tekken. Tekken had, what was it, the second most participants out of anything at Evo this year? I think only Street Fighter 6 had more, which, like, yeah, it's Street Fighter. Competitive Street Fighter is, like, always the biggest competitive fighting game. And recently, Akazuya just won, like, one of the big Tekken World Tour events. A fucking Kazuya. Because they buffed him, and now he really has some sauce going on. And he's like actually viable in competitive play. And now we're starting to see like competitive Kazuya play at these really big Tekken tournaments. And it's crazy. Like watching someone who's at that level with Kazuya is always just something else, dude. At least if you've played Kazuya a little bit and you like understand that he's really fucking hard to play with. And then you see people just doing the most insane shit with Kazuya, like stuff that you were just, you see it and you're like, that works? You can do that? Like high level Kazuya, those players are so incredibly creative with what they're doing with them. I'll be going to a Tekken local with dad and sis. Wish us luck. Good luck. I've been playing a little more to prep for Lydia next week. I've been trying to get back into it after not really playing much for a bit. Check this out, chat. I briefly mentioned it, like offhand, earlier today. But look at me! Everyone, look at me go. We're back. We're in it. I've mostly been playing Reyna, but I went back to Jin and I learned some new tech, some new sauce that I have now incorporated. Some crazy Oki setups, like ridiculous, just stupid Oki setups that I did not know that Jin had. He's got this little question mark kick that he can do when you're bounded. Bound? But when you corkscrew and you land with your feet up in the air, you can do this little question mark kick that knocks them down. And that question mark kick, you can then crouch dash out of. And you get a 50-50. You can go for a mid launcher or a hell sweep out of that. And they just have to guess on stand up. And it's fucking stupid. Because I can get like halfway through my staple combo until they're corkscrewed like that. And then put them into an Oki 50-50. Still Dark Jim. Yeah, I haven't made a new costume for him. But purple feels good. The FFA has just wait, what was the headline? Oh. FFA searches Team Ogre premises? The FFA has just announced that it has conducted a search of Team Ogre's research lab located in the Glacier area. According to an unnamed FFA spokesperson, 3 members of the team have been arrested on charges of master data theft, and other persons of interest are being interviewed. A Team Ogre official stated only that we will not comment on the matter until the investigation is complete and we have all the necessary findings. According to an anonymous source, Team Ogre's head architect Diablo refused to cooperate with the FFA. I cannot deal with Tekken and how much BS it throws at you. I really like the mental game in Tekken, like a lot. We're both yardstick at Flame and Battle, respectively. I'm not better then. Those are higher ranks than what I'm at. Diablo's so butthurt, I love it. They stole data, got caught. It's so over for Team Ogre, man. They're not gonna make it out of this. Bearing the name of their corporate sponsor, Team Crest Industries utilizes in-house parts to maximize performance. Have you seen the stuff about CrowdStrike? No. Yes. Sorry, I didn't know that that's what this was called. But yes, I saw that Microsoft pushed an update that literally blacked out like everything. Insane. I was explaining to my parents too this morning about it because they were like, how does that happen? Like, how does an update go out and it's not tested? And I was like, well, it is tested, but testing it like in a controlled environment on a virtual machine is very different from testing it across every possible configuration of system across the actual network. Like, things behave differently once they're out in the open like that. So like, it was tested. It's just, this was an insanely bad update. Better than just demoting and promoting to the same rank. Oh, I guess. I don't know where I'm hard stuck yet. I did, because my Jin was Tenryu when I stopped playing. And then I came back and I didn't play Jin. I played Reina up to like, I think she's Shinryu or Tenryu right now for me. I actually learned Reina this time. I've always wanted to, but never really dug deep enough. Now I've actually learned her. And I went back to Jin and dipped into Shinryu and hung out there for a little bit, just trying to like feel it out again. And now I'm back to climbing. Now that I've like felt him out and I picked up some new tricks and yeah. It was actually CrowdStrike that released the update. Okay. But yeah, banks, airlines, supermarkets. It's crazy how much got blacked out because of that update. You do not boot loop servers? Is that what they did? Is that what they did? Oh, it was an issue on Microsoft systems. Okay. Last that I was hearing about it, everyone was still looking at Microsoft, so I missed these updates. It was actually CrowdStrike's update. It was just only affecting Microsoft stuff. Oh, yeah. You basically have to boot up in safe mode, delete a driver, and then reboot the server or PC for it to work again. What was funny was on the news when I was upstairs like making breakfast and eating and stuff this morning, they were interviewing like someone who worked at the check-in for an airline at the airport. And she was like, it's been so hard. Like, we've had to actually like print out people's tickets on paper. And I was like the way that they did it, like not even that long ago. Like, I get that that's not how they do it anymore, but I'm like, isn't that just how it used to be? I don't feel like that's like the worst thing. I mean, obviously it's less efficient, but I don't know. I don't know how airlines work. I've never worked at an airline. Bren, unimpressive? You are pathetic. The battles... My controller just disconnected. The battles you fought and managed to win lack any sort of grace or technical prowess. It's obvious that you fail to grasp the true art of combat. You've proven yourself to be just another worthless architect. I can't believe I thought you might be capable of more. I thought he had his eye on me. My uncle was supposed to be going on a flight today, but he got grounded and he can't fly out until Monday. Bren, don't get Bren confused with Diablo. Bren is like the reigning #1 champ, like undefeated. No one has ever beat him. That's who just told me all that. And now I'm a little butthurt. Ogre Corp not involved? What? The FFA has announced its findings regarding the recent data theft incident. After much investigation, the FFA has concluded that the data theft was not carried out by Ogre Corporation. Findings aside, the incident has had an immense impact on the entire Formula Front community. For the time being, the FFA has handed Team Ogre an indefinite suspension. What? So you're saying it wasn't handled by them, but you also have suspended them indefinitely. This means that the team is hereby prohibited from taking part in any FFA battles until the ruling is rescinded. What? I am confusion. Ogre barred from... I'm sorry, that meme is so dead. Ogre barred from battles due to ruling. Earlier today, Team Ogre held a press conference. I'm sorry, I'm really disappointed in myself. I'm struggling to think. Held a press conference at their corporate sponsors HQ located in the Frontier area. The team announced that they will no longer be participating in Formula F battles due to the FFA's recent ruling against them. After the announcement, the head of Ogre Corporation informed those in attendance that he planned to step down, and he also apologized for any dishonor that has been brought down upon Formula F due to recent events. It is unknown when the team can return. I'm just confused. They ruled that Ogre had nothing to do with the data theft, but I guess maybe they just suspended them because they were using a stolen design, but apparently they weren't the ones who actually stole it. Oh, is it time? The ill-fated battle against Big Bone, rank 10, run by an MT development firm for research purposes. Team Big Bone has not yet made its mark on the league. The bone is here. We'll start out like we always do. Booblaws. I could just throw Blueberry at him right away, but I at least want to see. I want to work my way up like we normally do. I like this stage a lot. This is one of the classic Formula Front stages. I mean, this one is just one of them that, like, yeah, this really feels like it's a televised sport arena, right? You see the sponsors everywhere. I love this one. AC with a dress. Yeah, this ain't working. Gonna go big on the bone. I'm gonna wait. I definitely think that Blueberry is going to win, just based on what I'm seeing right now. But I'm gonna work my way up like we always do. Give them the best chance. You're right, it doesn't have a right-hand weapon. They're doing the thing. That must be where people learned it. It's like, oh wait, that's why he doesn't have one. 2K in one hit? What did 2K? It must have been his back weapon, not the bazooka, right? Maybe it was the bazooka. That's a little terrifying. No, because he's running pulse. Yeah, it must have been the bazooka. Or maybe just a combination of multiple things. Well, that went worse. I'm like out of caffeine. How much caffeine is in Celsius anyway? I actually don't know what the caffeine content of this thing is. 200. Fuck, that's a lot. I'm surprised I haven't been feeling that. I've been sleeping well the last couple nights. I haven't had any heart palpitations from drinking this. I'm actually kind of shocked. that I haven't been feeling that. That's way more caffeine than I normally have. I didn't look ahead of time. I didn't realize. Come on, Blueberry, don't shoot the ramp, please. Ooh. 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 Ow. Oh my god, and we're burned. All right. We hold on. Hold on. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna try it. I'm just gonna go to Blueberry and remove his right arm weapon. Oh, and I guess I can give him something good on the left arm because of that. Is left arm Sawa in this game? Yep. Fuck it. I might just leave that as his actual setup, to be honest. Talk about a nuke of damage. Firing a Karasawa and the LX cannon together. I expect this to work. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be disappointed. This should absolutely tear him apart. Like, there's no way that it shouldn't. Oh my god. It makes us more energy dependent, but look at that. He's dead. He's dead. What the fuck? Sawa maxing this early? Holy shit. What does manual do? It lets you manually control them. Manually pilot your AC. BT Wyvern hosts promotional event. Our league team BT Wyvern recently hosted a promotional event for their fans at the team's home battleground Hillside. This has been a regular event for the team dating back to their days in the bottom league and is done to thank the fans that have supported them. That's nice. The team's main architect, Linus, had this to say: "We truly appreciate all those who have supported us. This event is a small way for us to show our gratitude to the fans." Team officials praised Linus's recent work, proclaiming him to be an architect of the highest caliber. You know, explain the crouch strike thing? I'm not super up to date on it. You won with 40 left? Did I? Did I actually? I won with 4,800 left, all right? Get out of here. Neonia's fall continues. Neonia, one of the top-ranked teams in Formula F's R League, is currently in a slump the likes of which it has never before experienced. I did not accidentally fast forward. The team has lost its last 4 battles and has dropped down to 6th place. This marks the first time the team has not been ranked in the top 5 in more than 2 years. Raving, the team's head architect made the following comment to the press. Our recent losses have come about because right now the team just isn't strong enough. No shit. We're in the top 10 officially. It's happening. Where is Neonia? Down to 6th. Damn. FNF is down to 5 too. What's happening? Protection software installed on a lot of enterprise systems to protect against security breaches. Big update. Bricked. Not bricked, but fucked all the Microsoft systems. Boom. Operated by a charitable medical organization, all of Team Regulus's winnings are donated to good causes. It's so weird though that like just all Microsoft systems are fucked because of this. Because even like with what I said, How do you just not notice that anything running Windows gets boot looped by this update? Surely in testing you would find that, right? Surely. Like, there's no way you don't, in my mind. Gotta lose this fight? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't think it's every system. My husband's didn't get bricked and he has it installed. Just enterprise systems then? I had understood it to be pretty much everything because, you know, automated testing woes, probably. Like, the airline machines went down, the bank machines went down. What was the other one? It was airlines, banks, and... Remind me? What was the third one? I forget. They fired 50% of QA in February. This is what happens when you fire QA. I feel like every company just has to learn that lesson over and over again. Especially, dude, in the games industry. You know what you don't do? Lay off your QA team. It never works. Supermarkets. Thank you. I was trying to think of like the big three that everyone's talking about, and I couldn't remember supermarkets. Especially in the games industry, there's a lot of that. Bethesda laid off like a massive portion of their QA team years ago. You know what the first game they released after that was? Fallout 76. Yeah, DICE laid off a huge portion of their QA team a few years ago. You know what came out immediately after that? Battlefield 2042. Like, you don't do that. Like, everyone seemingly has to learn that lesson over and over and over and over. You don't lay off the QA team. You don't do it. Like, I've seen so many of these stories that at this point I'm just like, don't. Keep the QA guys, because, man, they are the unsung heroes of anything tech related. If one server gets fucked, everything can get fucked. If your domain controller blue screens, oh. So seemingly just the domain controllers were the ones that were boot looping then, and it just destroyed everything else. Uh-oh. AR Tour Team rematch. No special message along with it. Bren angry about lack of worthy rivals. The R-League's top-ranked team, RT, emerged victorious from its battle with Master Fund. By securing this win, Team RT has achieved a feat never before accomplished: 50 consecutive wins. The team's chief architect, Bren, was quick to brush aside the praise he was receiving by stating, "It's undeserved, we just did our job." Just before leaving the press conference, Bren added this statement: "Ever since we became the top team, none of our battles have excited me. I'm tired of defending our rank without any sort of worthy competition." This comment sparked rumors of Bren's possible retirement, but these were quickly denied by Team RT officials. Were he to retire, though, Formula F would face serious decisions about what direction to head in, assumedly. Oh, okay. I thought that maybe they were saying, like, yeah, it's just a lot of the issues were coming from domain controllers going out. We're up to 9th then, I think. Yes. Hey, Bren's only, or sorry, yeah, Bren. But RT is only like 8 battles away. Well, rematches. Okay, not necessarily 8, because I do have a rematch right here. But 8 ranks away. We're close. The stepchild of software development. It's so... Activision laid off a bunch of their QA last year. They seemed fine. mostly. Like, COD came out, it was fairly buggy, but no more or less than any COD game on day one. Because COD is really one of those where it's the situation of like internally, everything's good to go, servers actually go up, people actually get online, and everything shits the bed every time. So like, yeah, last year's COD was pretty buggy, but like not really any different than how it normally goes. It certainly wasn't the buggiest COD release in the last few years. That was probably... Ooh, what was that? It was probably Modern Warfare 2019, going off of memory. I would say that was probably the buggiest COD at launch in the last few years. Major problems associated with game development. In what specifically? Like the business side or like stability side? Design? Like what area are we talking about? All right, bring out the tank. If the first two don't work, bring out the tank. Big old blueberry. We're Sawa maxing. It's happening. I like that the Sawa's actually good in this game, though. I mean, it hasn't been good for the last few Armored Core games I've played, so it's nice to be back to actually using it on the strong builds. Feels good, man. Oh, he's maybe too mobile. Uh-oh. This is bad. Boosh. Maybe not that bad. Oh no, this is bad. Yeah, we're dead. As good on 3 in Silent Line. I mean, it's good, but like with Gen 3, I think the Shade, it's not called the Shade in Gen 3, is it? But you know the rifle I'm talking about? I think that that's just better. Did he actually run out of ammo right at the end? No? He just hit us with something. Oh, shoulder rockets are coming out. Oh. No way we won that. That's insane. That's ridiculous that we won that. I can't believe that we won that. Jiren would probably be a good idea. We don't need all that defense. Batteries for a nuke setup like this, especially, you know, we're a giant target. Oh, the batteries are putting us overweight. Never mind. Back to the shields. Would have been nice. Gen 3 Shade 2 has like 100 ammo. Yeah, I think it's just better. Like, I think Gen 3 is where you start to get, like, in Gen 2, the Karasawa is not the Gen 1 Sawa, but it's still like the best energy rifle in the game. I think Gen 3 is where that stops being the case. I think there are better energy rifles in Gen 3 than the Karasawa. It's still good, but if you're going to use an energy rifle, just use something else, right? All right, Linus. I finally put together the AC I've always dreamed of building. Its quality far surpasses that of the AC from Team Ogre that you defeated. Be ready, it won't be long before I catch up to you. And then 3.5 really has that problem of like, I mean, the Sawa is still fine. Like, it's a perfectly usable weapon. But if you're gonna use an energy rifle, just use a different one, right? Formula Front, I don't feel like it's like that, though. I think Formula Front, it might be the best energy rifle. Maybe. RT fan storms arena delaying match. What? The match between teams Ornithopter and CNC was delayed due to a woman who ran onto the battlefield. Claiming to be a Team RT fan, the woman said that she was protesting against Bren's possible retirement. Security quickly caught the woman and escorted her from the arena. During her interview, the woman had this to say: Bren considering retirement is completely the fault of other teams. They need to step it up and start offering him the challenges he rightly deserves. What? Oh, caps lock there. Yep. The bot does not like caps. Has 100 shots and like 1,000 power. That's Shade 2, isn't it? AF Kisaragi, a long-standing Formula Front team. AF Kisaragi makes excellent use of their corporate sponsors' parts. They're going down. Watch this. We start with Booblaws. Give him the chance. Give him a chance. I could just send in the best right away, but it's more interesting if the match is closer. RuneScape 3? What's wrong with you? Jess. Why? RuneScape 3? Oh no. Not ECM. Not ECM jamming. I thought you were one of us, Jess. What? Why RuneScape 3? What happened? You're sick of high alking? How could you ever get sick of high alking? Have you even finished all your Slayer quests? Huh? Have you even finished all your Slayer quests? RuneScape has sequels? No, RuneScape had a bunch of like revisions. So what we currently call old school RuneScape, despite popular belief, was actually like quote unquote RuneScape 2. That's running on the build that had already been overhauled. But the point of old school, and the reason that it's still the most popular today, is that that's when the game was at like its peak popularity. So they made a version like that, because after the second massive overhaul that gave us what we now call RuneScape 3, but that's officially just called RuneScape, a lot of players dropped off. A lot of players did not like RuneScape 3 and stopped playing. So they made old school so that it's like, oh, if you like the current version, you can play it. But for the majority of people who prefer the old one, you have the old one. And yeah, old school RuneScape is still, I believe, the most played MMO currently. Or no, I think WoW beats it by a little bit, but RuneScape is right behind WoW, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's good. It's just legitimately the GOAT of MMOs for me. I'm not that big on World of Warcraft. I've played it a little bit. It's not my thing. Old school RuneScape, that's the shit. I get so addicted to old school whenever I go back to it. It's a problem when I get hooked on it again, because I really get hooked on it. And it's a very grindy game. Like, you'll never run out of shit to do unless you play 10 plus hours a day for like over a year or two. Probably 2. Like, you have to play so much to actually stay on top of like all the content updates and everything. You'll just never do it. Unless you are really grinding, you'll never do it. I can't leave the quality of life improvements. I can't believe this. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. If we have search issues, that's gonna really screw us. Come on, you can get there. You can go find him. These are the moments that we're reminded that this game is AI versus AI. They say AI will take over the world. Oh my god. Please, he's shooting you. Don't shoot the wall. It's gonna shoot the wall. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. What are you? Oh. Hold on. Hold on. Let him cook. Tanks can fire the shoulder cannons in the air? I knew that tank builds were goated. I always knew. At least in 3. In Gen 3 and 3.5, I feel like they genuinely are. Oh my god. What am I watching, bro? What? Ooh. Come on. Uno mas? Uno mas. Booyah. Blueberry for the win. Even with all that ECM jamming, what are you gonna do? You can't stop him. Didn't even get him halfway dead. They aren't bad in Gen 2 if you have the turn booster extension. I don't think they're bad in Gen 1 or 2. But in Gen 3, wow. They're good. Like, you know, Silent Line, when we realized we had to S-rank everything, I was like, oh, just make the mega tank. And it S-ranked, like, all but 3 missions in the game on the first try. Because that's genuinely all you need for S-ranks on Silent Line is just max defense and you win. Thanks for that, Jess. Team Nihan goes through architects quicker than most, but their demand for excellence serves them well. Quite nice in 4. I never tried them in 4. You know where tank builds are really good? You know where tank builds are really good is Gen 5. Those are scary. Those are some scary tanks, man. Let's see. I saw missile interlocks, which is a little scary. Please? You can build a monster in 5. Yeah, and it's like with Gen 5, the 2 build archetypes in my experience with Gen 5 that are like by far the best are the tanks and like the lightweight bipeds. And if you come across a really strong tank build that's messing you up, you swap to a lightweight biped. And even then, you're only going to be able to compete with it if your movement is on point, because Gen 5 movement mechanics are hard. It's easily, in my opinion, the gen that has like the most of a move. It has the largest skill gap in terms of like movement and stuff. Like if you just pick up Gen 5 and play it for the first time compared to someone who has mastered Gen 5, I think that skill gap with the movement is the widest in 5. And a lot of people think it's 4. I disagree. I think 5 has the widest gap in movement mechanics. 4 is second. I would say that Gen 4 is right behind it, but 5 beats it out, in my opinion. Which is also, Gen 5 gets this weird reputation for being a slower game than the previous gens, but man, when you get into that movement, it gets pretty crazy. There's a lot going on movement-wise in Gen 5. Min-max defense or agility. It's not even just the defense in Gen 5 that makes them so crazy. I mean, that's a part of it. It's the firepower. When you've got like all the biggest, baddest weapons in the game in that gen, it's horrifying. Like, you come across a tank build in like a mission and you shit yourself if you're not running lightweight biped or a tank yourself. It's about as fast as Gen 4. It can be with lightweights for sure. And then you factor in like scan mode and wall bouncing and everything that Gen 5 brought to the table, and it's pretty nuts. Glide boosting. Despite being one of the founding legs in the games, tank treads only seem to get good at Gen 3. Gen 2, they were fine. They got good in 3, though. For sure. I think 3 is where they really came into their own. I feel like the one leg type that has always struggled to, like, find its place is quads. Honestly, until, like... I don't know. Until 3.5, I would say. Took a little longer than with tanks. If anything, I don't know if hovers ever really found their place, to be honest. Hold on, let me read this. 3 teams moving up. Teams BT Wyvern, AR Tour Team, and Chuligans are all making great progress in the R League. This is made even more interesting by the fact that they all gained R League qualified status at about the same time. BT Wyvern's chief architect had this to say about their experiences so far. We've nailed down the optimal AI settings for our preferred strategies, and we're gaining confidence as we advance. All 3 of these up-and-coming teams show a lot of promise and are worth seeing in action. That was the only news one. Okay. Yeah, I feel like hovers, I don't know. Hovers with like rifles or snipers in 3.5 are pretty good. But like each leg type, once they really get to where they should be, are like, you know, best in class in some regard. I don't think hovers are best in class for like anything other than just maps that have water. I mean, I guess vertical movement, but that's not really enough to like make me use hovers over really anything else other than just for fun. Speed. Yeah, like vertical speed without using your boosters. But not even just for speed in general, because then, like, you know, bipeds are still just... If you want speed, go lightweight biped, and there you go. That's going to be your speed build. Anyway, Team FNF has always maintained its presence near the top, but they've never cleared the last few hurdles. Quads got really good in Gen 6. Did I say vertical movement? Horizontal. Yes. Did I say vertical? Vertical is reverse joint. And even that, like, reverse joint, I think, struggles a good bit. Because outside of, like, very specific setups, why not just use normal bipeds, right? I feel like having the best speed specifically on the vertical and horizontal planes doesn't really amount to much when you could just go biped and have the best all-around movement. You know what I mean? Quads, you get more equip weight, you get to use your back weapons without human plus, and you don't sacrifice that much speed, but you definitely sacrifice a good bit. Tanks, you just maximize defense and firepower, but you lose all your movement. I feel like reverse joints and hovers are really the weird ones that are like, there aren't many situations where I specifically want this leg type. Quads are really good in 5. Reverse joints are also, I feel like all the leg types are really interesting in 5. I feel like they all have something going for them. Because reverse joints in 5, like vertical movement in that generation is more important than any other, in my opinion. Just with all the like wall bounces and stuff. So having reverse joints actually does allow you to really get moving around the maps. Okay, we just move her on up to the shotgun man. For being jumpy bipeds. Yeah, but like how often do you want to be biped but I can jump higher, you know? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like that's such a rare situation where you're like, okay, I need all the benefits of a biped build, but I need to be able to jump higher. Like, I never find myself saying that. Except for maybe in Gen 5. That would be the case. Ooh, tank versus tank once again. You know, I'm noticing a pattern that to beat a tank in this game, I typically need to bring out my tank. Don't know if anyone else has noticed that yet, but it pretty much always goes down like that when I'm against a tank build here. Man, we're almost in the top 5. Couple more ranks up. We're there. Can throw off lock on. To be fair, I don't play PvP, so I don't normally even get the chance to throw off lock on by that much because the AI is just gonna stick to you or they're not. Tanks are the meta in Formula Front. I mean, I can see how. They're just really damn good. Oh, come on, hit him. With something other than your orbits. There we go, that's something. Oh boy. We are Sawa maxing, chat. It's happening. Forget your looks maxing. Forget your hag maxing. This is where it's at. I take that back. Hag maxing is still where it's at, but this is close. I got a little carried away there. I'm sorry. Team Ogre returns. The FFA has announced that they are lifting Team Ogre's indefinite suspension. Man, that wasn't even that long. An FFA spokesperson stated that the FFA decided the initial punishment was too harsh for something done by a few individuals, and that the whole team shouldn't have to suffer as a result. Team Ogre will be returning to the R League, but starting from scratch at the bottom. Let's see if they can manage to climb back up through the ranks. I would have put them in the bottom league. Come on. Neonia ends slump back in second place. Team Neonia has moved back into second place after defeating AT Icarus during a recent match. The team had been in a slump for a while there, but they finally turned things around. That is an actual Love Hotel emote. Was it Diablo? Yes. Exuding confidence, the team's head architect, Raving, told the press, "This has been a good learning experience for us." I read that weird, ignore it. "It has taught us that you can always come back." We're just gonna act like it didn't come out of my mouth like that. Why is there a YouTube emote for Love Hotel? We're even like, I don't know if I've ever seen a Love Hotel in person. Like, where even would be the nearest Love Hotel? I mean, granted, it's not really a big thing here in the States. We don't really have them. Bro, I looked up like Love Hotels in the Minneapolis area. They are all in Minneapolis, like actual Minneapolis. And they aren't even rated that high. Like, they just aren't. Okay, that one is 5 stars, but it only has 11 reviews, which also just kind of tells you how little we really use. It's just not really a thing here in the States. It's just not even popular enough to have many reviews. But a lot of these are like 3 stars. You know what I don't want to go to? A 3-star Love Hotel. Right? Like, how unappealing is that? I want to see a 1-star review of this place. This specific hotel is awful. We got bitten by bed bugs within minutes of laying down. Those pests were not even shy to be in the light. We got switched to a different room where there were maybe less bugs. However, after 2 more nights, I got enough bites to complain again. 2 more nights? What? What? How long are you staying at the Love Hotel? Were these separate? Was this one stay? Or was... Team Master Fund was once ranked higher, but lost ground as tactics changed. A comeback is in the works. Sounds like a Kendrick Lamar line. 3-star Love Hotel does not sound pleasant. If I were to ever even consider staying at a Love Hotel, it's gotta be minimum 4 stars. It's gotta be, probably it's gotta be like 4.5, right? It doesn't have to be like luxury, but it has to not be shit. Which, the way that like Google reviews work, like if it's below a 4, stay away. In most cases. Sometimes there are exceptions to that, but Google reviews are typically like that. All that like below 4 stars means is that they've gotten enough 1-star reviews to bring them that low. You always look at like the distribution on there, on like Google reviews like that, and it's almost all 5-star and 1-star reviews. It's either like, I loved this place, or this was the worst experience ever. And it just averages out that. So if enough people had a terrible experience for it to be below 4 stars, I'm not going. Restaurants, whatever. I'm not. Those Google reviews need to be pretty high on average. Japan has cool ones. Well, isn't there like a whole, like it's just a really prominent thing in Japan, right? Like it's so common for love hotels to be around and like to just go to a love hotel. From what I understand though, at least from like what little I've seen of what like living in a city, like a big city like Tokyo is like, apparently apartments are really small and walls are really thin. So that is likely a contributing factor to their popularity. And they're apparently really cheap in Japan, to my understanding too. And you pay by the hour. I've even seen, what's it? Like they're not that much more expensive if you stay the whole night compared to like a regular hotel, apparently. Going to a restaurant that has a health score of like 75, yeah, I wouldn't do it, right? I just wouldn't. That's a scary number. A love hotel with like 3.5 stars? No. No. Don't shoot the floor. This AI's downfall will be its stupidity. Or sorry, AC. Though the AI is the problem. Holy shit. Holy shit. Most info we know about Yasuke is fake and was made up by a guy called Thomas Lockley for a book he wrote. And so that has become controversy for the Assassin's Creed team. Someone overtuned the damn tanks. They're just too strong, man. To be fair, most of that is the left-hand tech. I mean, I guess, like, did we know previously that this book was just a whole lot of hooey? And they went with it anyway? Or is this just like, you know, it's only recently been disproven? Because if this is only coming up now, I would assume it's a more recent thing, right? Surely this would have come up previously if that's just been known. Linus, I've finally caught up to you, so now we can face off against one another. Both of us have an excellent shot at winning, though I do intend for the victor to be me. I'm not going to let you off easy. Thought most people knew Yasuke was fairly exaggerated. I think most people thought so, but like, yeah, I don't know. To be fair, like most historical legends like that typically are. It was just found out and Shadows is using the book as a main source. I mean, okay. But like, in what fairness I can give to them on this one, it's like, if we only just found out that the book was like mostly bullshit, that's not really on them, right? And oh man, because that game is coming out soon, right? So like obviously it's what's it called? Yeah, it comes out in November. So like it's way too deep into development for them to actually change that unless they delay it by like 2 years. Which obviously they're not going to do. Because then, you know, so much of especially like the main narrative and like story content has to get thrown out and redone from scratch. So that's a budget nightmare as well as just delaying profit by 2 years. Like it's not going to happen. Oh, I just adjusted the way I'm sitting and my hip, I'm getting old. Rematch against BT Wyvern, rematch against Linus. It's happening. Using their secondary source as a primary source. Oh. Bren hopeful about Chuligans? Oh, are you? Yeah, I don't think so. You can cut the bullshit. The main architect of the team Testarossa Artesiana, Bren, was recently interviewed by the Formula F trade magazine Battle Age. During the interview, Bren stated that there is a team I've been keeping my eye on and they definitely have potential. He made a similar comment at a recent press conference, and now both fans and FFA officials are scrambling to find out more. Bren never specified a team name. Oh. But most people suspect that it is the up-and-coming Team Chuligans. Everyone is hoping that a match between these two is not far off. I want that magazine. I kind of do too. Can we, like, just make this happen? Extreme battle bots? Hear me out. Why don't we just make this happen? Man, fanfiction's so hard, people believe it. Oh my. Moving up through the ranks quickly, Team BT Wyvern's architect closely guards the secrets of their success. Let's see. I'll do the normal progression. Like, I know that if I just throw Blueberry at the opponents, it's going to win. So I don't want to just whip out Blueberry until I at least try the other ones. Gives me a chance to see all the different opponents and stuff. Like, we could already be done if after swapping to like the left-hand thing, if I had just run Blueberry for every fight, we would already be done with the main climb. But I don't want to just like insta-delete every single opponent and not even get to really see them. I mean, this is Linus's masterpiece that we've been hearing about for so long. I have to at least give him a fighting chance here before knocking him back down. Oh no. It was looking like it could have been a win. Yeah, it's not. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Ah, there were a lot of moments where it looked like it might. Yeah, I don't know. The whole Assassin's Creed Shadows thing, I've talked about it before. It's a little strange to me. that people are like so up in arms and like attentive to this one, because every single Assassin's Creed game has had some like historical figure, legend, whatever, portrayed in the game in a way that is in no way accurate to the actual history or figure or whatever, right? Like legitimately without fail, every single one of them, at least up until like Syndicate. I haven't played any of them since Syndicate. I dropped off after Unity. But every single Assassin's Creed game has had at least one figure like that. So people being so like weirdly upset and critical over the Yasuke stuff is just weird to me, because people have never been like that with the Assassin's Creed games until this one. I don't know why this is the one that's like sparked so much ongoing controversy for them. Because really, it legitimately is, at least to my understanding, the same thing they've been doing with every title since like 2007. And no one ever cared before. So I don't know. And again, like I've also mentioned this before, but like, you know, Assassin's Creed 3 took place during like the Revolutionary War in America, had a bunch of like American historical figures and legends present who were all over the place in terms of like what they were doing and accuracy and all that. Like some of them were with the assassins, some of them were with the Templars and were really shitty people secretly and blah, blah, blah. And I don't care, because it's fiction and it's just fun. Like they're just playing around with ideas. Also, God, please don't 100% them. Your hair will go gray. I don't think I've ever 100%ed an Assassin's Creed game. Like not even 1 or 2. Like Assassin's Creed 1 or 2. Those two games specifically. Like I could do it. I don't know if I want to do it, but I could. Like I know I would be capable of it. I certainly have the patience for it. It's just, yeah. I don't know if I want to. Boop, boop. Raving. Rarely do I concern myself with those at the lower levels. Dude, you're like 2 ranks above me. But it appears that there is something going on which cannot be ignored. As preposterous as it seems, I've heard that Bran is focusing a great deal of his attention on you. I can't fathom why, but if you ever reach my level, I'm taking you down a notch. Linus, this is unbelievable. I put everything I had into my AC and it still wasn't enough. I'm glad I had the chance to face you though. It has made me realize how difficult it is to climb to the top. We'll meet again another day. This, I promise. We save because I'm compulsive and I need to for some reason. At least I'm not as bad as False with the saving. You guys know how I compulsively save? False compulsively saves exactly like I do, except she does it like 3 or 4 times across multiple different saves every single time. So she'll make like 3 copies of the exact same save point just in case one of them breaks. And I guess just in case the second one also breaks. So she saves like as regularly as I do when she plays games, but she'll save like 3 or 4 times over every single time. And even I sit there and I'm like, holy shit, what are you, why? Anyway. Sponsored by an aeronautical design firm, Team AT Icarus's strategies rely heavily on aerial tactics. All right, AT Icarus. I'll give you booblols. Some games brick themselves, it's fair enough. Yeah, but she's not playing like Daggerfall. Well, she just finished Dead Space, the original Dead Space. And she was doing it there. Like every time she came across a save station, she would stop. And every time she would drop like 3 of the same save. And you know what I've never seen happen a single time on a False stream? Is one of her saves corrupting. I just haven't. I'm waiting for the day because she's gonna feel so validated when it happens because everyone makes fun of her for it. But man, at some point, it's going to happen. Surely. I just hope that that day never comes. Because the longer we go without it ever happening, the funnier it gets. I think I got the closest to 100% on Black Flag. I probably got closest on the original Assassin's Creed. It's outside of like, okay, here. Black Flag, in my mind, is the best Assassin's Creed, but my personal favorite is the original. And it's partially because I find the history of the region so fascinating when it comes to the original Assassin's Creed. And again, it's not accurately portrayed in the slightest, but the things that they do with it, like the way that they kind of play around with the Assassins and Templars thing in that setting is really fun. I like it. It has that beautiful simplicity of like, yeah, we just made an assassin game. Like it wasn't this giant bloat fest yet. I probably got the closest on that. And it's still my favorite. Not Black Flag, not AC2 for me personally. But Black Flag is the one that I'm like, yeah, that's the best one. Like I recognize that that is the peak. It's just not my favorite. Man, come on, Apple Man. I haven't seen a dub for Apple Man in so long. I'm rooting for this guy. I don't think I believe in it. But man, I really hope for him. What is the worst game to ever exist series? Maybe? I don't know. Like, talking about shit games is fun, but I feel like you can't overdo it, you know? Like, you need to, like, sprinkle it in, or maybe, like, do it half the time. If you're just always talking about, like, this game fucking sucks, it gets old. Right? You'd be like the critical drinker of game reviews. Like the guy who hates everything and doesn't really know what he's talking about, but for games instead of movies. Oh God. I mean, I guess angry video game nerd was a thing. And it worked. But that was more like a bit, like he played it up. And even then, he wasn't even playing like the worst games ever consistently. It's not like his videos were like back-to-back Ride to Hell Retribution. What's it called? Aliens Colonial Marines. I just need to jog my memory. Hold on. Oh, E.T. Atari's E.T. Superman 64. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. I'm reading for good ones. There's a whole lot listed here. Sonic 06. I don't know. Is Sonic 06 really that bad? Like, there's a line, right? Daikatana is not the... People are saying Daikatana. There's a line of, like... I totally believe that Sonic 06 is the worst Sonic game, but is it legit, like, worst video game of all time material? I don't know, but is it? I've certainly heard it's the worst Sonic game for a long time. But is it actually one of the worst games ever made? Like, is it on the level of Ride to Hell Retribution? It's not Ride to Hell. Okay, that's where I was like, is it really that bad? Ranked near the top of the R League, Team DSBM is composed of a staff determined to claim the crown. Buggy mess. If only Ride to Hell was just a buggy mess. Or E.T., Atari's E.T. Ride to Hell is just stupid. Colonial Marines. I've talked about Colonial Marines before. It's mostly because the game barely works. But even if you patch the AI, which is like the main thing that people say is bad about that game when they talk about it, I played the game the entire way through with the AI patch to like fix the behavior and stuff. And dude, the game still just sucks. And it's not even like it's bad, it's just mind-numbingly boring. It's just still a really boring game. Even when you fix the AI in it, it's just still not fun to play. I tried. I gave it like the best chance possible. It's just the shooting still feels like shit. Even when the AI is working, it's still pretty dumb. Not as dumb without, or as it is without the patch, but still bad. But Grease Lord Randy said it was a solid 7. I don't give a shit what Randy Pitchford said. Randy thinks that the Borderlands movie is going to be great and family friendly and fuck Randy. It was badass. Hey, they had that one scene where the guy like had the chest burster pop out and then the whole umbilical tube bursts open. It was badass. Come on. It had a couple good scenes. But yeah, that game is shit. I've played it to completion like 3 times. I don't know why, but I have. Because I keep thinking, I'm like, man, I love Aliens. And this game can't really be that bad. Like, it can't be as bad as I remember it being. Maybe this time I'll see some things that I didn't see before. No, it is just bad. Literally an A in the code. I believe it was a semicolon. Actually. I think it was missing a semicolon on one of the lines, if I'm not mistaken. How many streams do you think this will take? Probably one more after this. The pace that we're at right now. I don't know how many post-game battles there are, but I don't expect much more. It's pretty short. The Formula Front R-League battle between Chooligans and DSBM attracted so many spectators that many fans were unable to find seats. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. I'm trying to... There we go. The FFA remedied the problem by adding a temporary seating section in the arena. In the arena? There hasn't been a scene like this since the battle where Team RT was fighting to lock in its 24th successful defense of the #1 position. For those fans out there who want to watch Chooligans fight, get your tickets early. That was in a word messing up a string. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Now that you say it, I don't think it was a missing one. I think it was one that was like in the wrong place. Like it was in the middle of the string instead of at the end or something. Will new challenger face Bren? Team Chooligans is making steady progress up through the R-League's ranks. The team is currently ranked in 3rd place just behind Neonia. If the team's architect is able to take down Raving, they will earn the right to challenge RT. Officials from Neonia were quick to mention that they are completely prepared for the upcoming battle and are confident that they will win. Everyone is dying to know who Bren's next challenger will be. Team Chooligans or Neonia. Stay tuned as the exciting story unfolds. I think we just run Blueberry from this point. We're in the top 3 now. So I think we just run Blueberry straight up. Oh wait, I didn't read their thing. Known for their aggressive tactics, Team Neonia is a top contender that is rapidly moving up in rank. I think we're at the point where we just bring our best every time. We're competing for real now. How much do I have to pay you to review one of these games? Ask me another. I'll think about it. It won't be worth it. simply because I don't wanna. Oh God, he's fast. You just wait until we lock onto you, you bitch. If you weren't reading everything out loud, this would finish in like 2 streams. That's true. A lot of the campaign is reading. There's a lot of developments in the emails and the news and stuff. It's a cute story for what it is. Oh, man, those hurt a little bit. Stop shooting. Okay, fine. We cooled off. We can shoot now. It's acceptable. Boosh. Blueberry gets her done. Always. Oh boy. All right. It's about that time. We left off at 2nd place though, so we're just like, we have 1 more fight in the campaign. Hold on. Or not league match, sorry. Ranking. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. Anyway, it is about that time. I have work to do. That's the wrong scene. I have work to do. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. Tomorrow, we're starting up Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, it's going to be great. We're just playing like that big ass RPG that goes through the whole story. If you're not a Dragon Ball fan, it's a big ass RPG that goes through the whole story. So swing by and I will make you a Dragon Ball fan. I personally guarantee that. I'm a big Dragon Ball nerd. I will be trying to sell you on it so hard. Don't doubt it. Anyway, we game. We play a lot of games. Metal Gear, Ace Combat, whatever. We're gaming. Other than that, if you enjoyed, leave a like, algorithm stuff. You know how it goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage the community, check out the links in the description. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. They're down there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.